What is up, Scorpios? Welcome to your second half of November 2019 Love and Soulmate reading. As always, time is fluid, so whenever you stumble on this, awesome, great. It's really just whenever you need it, just something to keep in mind. So happy birthday to any of the late November Scorpios, and happy birthday to any of the early November Sagittarius. This is an awesome cusp. I actually have a lot of people that I know that fall on this cusp. One of my nephews does, a former athlete of mine does, a couple of friends as well, either on the Scorpio or the Sagittarius side. These are fun-loving people. So they're very serious, they're very emotionally stable, but at the same point in time, they can go out and have a good time and not feel weird about kind of like letting their guard down. So congratulations to you guys, because this is an awesome cusp to be born on. That being said, first and foremost, holidays are coming up, so please check out the description box below. I am offering $10 readings of your choice, so $10 for 10 minutes. If you're interested, there's information on how you can get linked into my website, and you can contact me to set those up, and they'll be sent. You'll be sent a link to Vimeo, and you can watch your reading there. Okay. If you are interested in other personal readings, please feel free to contact me. You can contact me via email, or you can contact me through my website as well at vrsholistichealth.com. That being said, what do you say we get started, huh? As usual, the cards have all been charged, meditated on, pre-shuffled, etc. If you want to know which cards I'm using, you can check out the description box below. And I'm going to take one more sip of my coffee, because it's Saturday and it's my day off and I slept in and I'm really, really tired. I don't know if any of you Scorpio, wow, Scorpii, I don't know where that came from. That's not even proper Latin. I don't know if any of you Scorpios out there are like me, but I need sleep. I've been exhausted emotionally, mentally, physically these last couple weeks of our season. So hopefully this reading will offer us some intuitive guidance towards where we're going into the next month, into December. Okay, here we go. This is for Scorpio, second half of November, 15th to the 30th, 2019. Protect us during the reading. There's answers to that which we seek to find. That almost popped. There's answers to that which Woo. 9 of Swords. Well, that's kind of what I've been going through, so I don't know about the rest of you. 9 of Swords is perceived nightmare status. It's like an anxiety card. But the remembrance is that it's all in your head. So if you're going through something right now, be it through a relationship, personal stuff, work, family, finances, just remember that it's all in your head, and our mind is a very strong organ, and not only does it control what our body does, it controls what our spirit does. So we are responsible for containing that. Hopefully we'll see some positivity in these cards moving forward. One more shuffle, and let's go. All right, this first card, this is you, Scorpio. Scorpii, why do I keep saying that? It's like I'm trying to make you guys Gemini and Scorpio, which, if any of you are Scorpios, you understand why that's not a good mix. All right, Scorpio, let's go. I need more coffee. All right, you representing you is the 3 of Cups in reverse. So this could represent not wanting to get out there, not wanting to be social with your friends, kind of pulling yourself back, being a recluse. Could also represent a third-party influence that's kind of weighing over you right now for your loved one, or the one that we are thinking of during this reading. Wow, the Lovers, also representative of Gemini. Fun fact. All right, so you see them as your lover, your soulmate. I mean, the card is kind of says what it is. I mean, there's no other definition to that. So we're definitely thinking about someone that you've been intimate with or would like to be intimate with. Next card is the energy between the two of you. Four of Swords. So this represents resting and recuperating. Swords are always air signs, so they are thinking, intellect, anything that's, you know, up in the head, not necessarily the expression of an emotion, but thinking about the emotion. So the energy between the two of you is you're obviously separated. You're not together at this point in time because there's a rest period happening between the two of you. The challenge to this is the Five of Swords in reverse. So at some point, someone felt defeated, but they no longer feel defeated. So whatever was the issue, it's being left in the past. We're moving forward. So again, Four of Swords to Five of Swords, we're making forward movement. We're progressing out of this situation. The blockage to your challenge is the Five of Wands. So Five of Wands, we got two fives here. Fives mean change. It's just something to keep in mind. Five might be important to one of you. It could be your birthday. It could be in your birthdays. Five of Wands in reverse could mean the end of fighting, stopping the quarrel, stopping the competition. It could mean no longer looking out to other people, because Five of Wands isn't always a fight between two people. It could mean competition, meaning more than one suitor, or having your mind wrapped around more than one person. Again, there's this energy of a third party or an outside party up here that was influencing here. So, okay. Next card is going to be a past situation that's currently influencing you, Scorpio. King of Pentacles in reverse. So, someone who you thought was your be-all, end-all has refused your... Sorry about that, Scorpio. One of my roommates came in. So in the past, something that's been influencing you is a failure of maintaining stability. So the King of Pentacles is the father. He's Father Earth, I guess would be the best way to say it. It's a failure at stability, both relationship-wise and financial. So something has influenced this situation. Next card is a past situation that's currently influencing your loved one. It's the Eight of Swords in reverse. So at some point they may have felt trapped. They may have felt, you know, enclosed, maybe smothered by something going on in a situation. Let's face it, Scorpio, you have pretty intense emotions. Wouldn't be, you know, unreasonable to think that perhaps you might have been a little too open about how you felt. But this Eight of Swords here means that whatever they felt trapped around, whatever they felt bound into, they are realizing they've taken the blindfold off. They've been able to unwrap themselves. They're aware that they can walk away from the situation, that this entrapment was of their own making. It wasn't imposed upon by you. It was imposed upon by their own mindset. Again, swords are air signs, they're thoughts, so they're not actual tangible situations. Okay, next is an outcome from your point of view. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So Nine of Pentacles is generally an independence card, being able to stand on your own 2 feet, being prosperous on your own. It can also represent someone who was previously independent and able to stand on their own, being willing to step back and make a compromise in a relationship. It could mean the willingness to not necessarily be codependent in the negative sense, which is like, oh my God, I need you. I can't live without you. I can't do anything without you. You need to be right next to me all the time. Not necessarily that. It could mean a respect for an independence, but wanting to share their life with someone else. Okay, so that's just another way to read this card. Next is going to be an outcome from your lover's point of view. We have the Empress. So the Empress is divine feminine, actually, coming out into this reading. The Empress represents the planet of Venus. It represents beauty, nature, abundance, a nurturing type of attitude, motherly. Like, this is the mother of mothers. This is, you know, this is the Queen of Pentacles upscaled. She knows what she wants. She's intuitive. She follows her own, the beat of her own heart. She's very independent, though. You know, so that's just something to keep in mind, because we have a codependent card next to an independence card. But this type of card right here represents a knowledge of their role to be nurturing and helpful in a union. Okay, overall, High Priestess. Again, another divine feminine type of card. So the High Priestess actually represents Cancer. So we're looking at another water sign here. So again, these don't always have to represent the horoscope sign that they have, but you know, for some of you that may actually, you know, make sense. King of Pentacles is usually Taurus also. Any earth sign though, you know, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Where was I? Sorry, my coffee's not kicking in, man. Whew. The High Priestess is, in the upright situation, is someone who follows their intuitive nature. This is a person who manifests their own destiny, very similar to the Magician card. Very knowledgeable, knows what they want, knows how to get it, is very open about communicating, doesn't hide things unless they need to. And by hiding things, it just means that they're not going to bring it up yet. They'll bring it up when it's important to bring it up. So that's just something to keep in mind, all right? So we have some clarification. Tell me about this Three of Cups here. Why is this Three of Cups in reverse? There it is. We got the Nine of Swords popped out in reverse to clarify that. So that popped up in the pre-shuffle, if you remember. So this is the end of an anxiety. Scorpio, did you think someone else was involved in this? Did you think someone was cheating on you and you ended it to avoid that? I mean, let's face it, Scorpios, we all have trust issues. We're insanely loyal, but we're also insanely jealous on our negative aspects. So perhaps you ended things to alleviate that anxiety of thinking you were going to be cheated on? Or did you have a third party in mind and it was causing anxiety because you didn't know who to choose? Either way, right? So the Lovers over here. Let's get an explanation of the Lovers here. Wow. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So that echoes that. So there was a past... Oh, okay. So maybe your lover felt codependent on you. And maybe that was representing this bondage here. They were afraid to depend on you. Maybe they have a past or something that's going on in their past where they didn't feel like they could depend on you. Or they were afraid to depend on you. All right. Let's see here. We got the Four of Swords. What's going on with this Four of Swords? Four of Swords down here. Why are we resting? The Star card. Aquarius. Yeah, we're healing. So the Star represents hope and faith and renewal. It's coming into your own spiritual nature. It's an awakening of sorts. So if you're someone who considers this other lover, your soulmate here, your twin flame, this is a really great card to see because that means that there's an awakening happening in both of you. Anyone that understands twin flames, and this is something that I'll mention, there'll be other readings, and not necessarily readings, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about twin flames in a different kind of setup, but twin flame situations are incredibly testing on the soul. This is someone who is the other half of you, and they mirror you to the point where it drives you absolutely crazy, in a good way and in a bad way. But perhaps that's what this rest card is about. You guys are finally healing. You're finding a way to come up into your own. You're recognizing your role in each other's lives. All right, so what's this Five of Swords then? No longer feeling defeated. Wow, Chariot. So we have movement forward. Chariot also represents Cancer. So it's interesting. We have two Cancer cards here. Chariot is a movement forward to kind of like drive forward, not being afraid of what's in front of them. You got to think about it. The chariots in battle were the ones that usually carried, you know, the higher level people. So we have someone here who is very confident and is able to move forward into the future, be it with each other or alone. So we got Five of Wands here. Five of Wands. Woo, there it is. Seven of Cups flipped. So your Seven of Cups here is a choice. Wow, and the Ten of Cups was right underneath that. I'm going to take that because it was sitting right there. Seven of Cups is a choice. It's kind of like a feeling of indecision, not being able to... Wow. I have to leave that there. Sorry. Seven of Cups means that a choice had to be made. So that Five of Wands might have been a choice to stay or to go in the relationship, or to, you know, back down. Our egos always get in the way, always get in the way. And perhaps a choice was made to choose happiness. The choice was made to choose happiness coming forward. Ten of Cups is a beautiful, beautiful card to have in any reading, but it means emotional fulfillment. Okay, and what popped out here was the Magician right on top of the High Priestess. So we have the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, two cards that represent that, fall on top of each other, both of which mean manifesting your own destiny and manifesting what you want in this relationship. So I'm not going to move that, because that's where it fell. Okay, tell me about this King of Pentacles. What happened here? Was there a rejection? Was there a refusal of stability? Did someone feel unstable? Feel like they were unable to offer what the other person needed? Oh, got it before it fell. I got Six of Swords in reverse, meaning that the person didn't feel like they were able to move out of anxious times, rough seas. Something was blocking them. They were stressed and they couldn't move forward. But then there's the Knight of Pentacles. So there was a small offer of movement in saying, hey, I want this. This is where I want to go, but like, I don't know if I can be there yet. So it's an offer, but it's not with a lot of backing, and not a, you know, it's a small energy. You want the King of Pentacles. You don't want a Knight, you know. Let's Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords in reverse with the Ace of Wands in reverse, meaning a refusal at a new beginning, a refusal at a passionate connection here. So something was blocked in order to maintain someone's independence almost. Yeah, and a choice was made. So a choice was made to remove that or avoid that. So perhaps this was very passionate and it was very intense. If it was with you, Scorpio, no doubt. And it most likely made this person feel trapped by the emotions that they were feeling. Maybe they felt smothered. Again, it's not uncommon. And their only choice to heal this was to remove the passion, make a choice to kind of, you know, walk away for a little bit. Nine of Pentacles here in the future. Six of Wands. So triumphant return. This is an ego card a lot of times, but that is a positive card, meaning that, again, I don't think that this codependency is a bad thing. I think it's the person realizing that they can depend on the other person if they need them, but they are able to stand on their own 2 feet without them if needed. And we got the Empress. These cards don't want to come out for you. Five of Cups in reverse. So no longer feeling disappointed about a situation, no longer feeling emotionally drained, being able to turn around and see that there are still 2 cups there that are able to be filled. And okay, I wasn't even done. All right, we have the World currently. I'm going to leave these up here because I didn't get a chance to it. We have the High Priestess actually in reverse. So something has been stalled because of this union has been broken. Someone is not trusting their intuition, and it's causing a stalling of the karmic process. So the World is very slow moving, but this also means that this story, this isn't finished yet. It's not finished yet. Even though we have, you know, the High Priestess and the Magician here is the final outcome, something is still stalling this. It means that whatever this process is that you're working through, you guys aren't both healed yet. You haven't been able to move forward to each other yet. And we've got, because that third party thing is still hanging in the air. But you're no longer feeling defensive about it. I want a good card to end on here. And you're no longer feeling defensive about it, but you're no longer waiting for your ships to come in. So you guys are moving forward, either with each other or without each other. cards from the Lenormand here. I'm getting better. I'm going to try it without the book this time, guys. Two cards for Scorp. Oh, I am going to use the book. We have the stars. And the book, so a message of some sort is coming your way. Sorry guys, I was overly confident. Shocker, a Scorpio overly confident? Confident. I can't talk today, guys. I shouldn't have done these readings today. Alright, stars represent emotions, hopes, wishes. But when mixed with the book here, actually this one came out first. The message from the Lenormand is to reveal, uncover the hidden facts of your hopes, wishes, and dreams. Contacting using the metaphysical studies, astrology, astronomy, magic spells, spellcasting, and knowledge. So what I'm going to take from that is that you two are connected somewhere. Without sounding biased with what's going on in my own life, I really think that there is a connection here with the energy between the two of you. You guys are on the same frequency somewhere. So you're communicating to each other. One of you is blocking the communication though, so not following your intuition. One of you is. Something has happened in here. You guys had happiness. You guys had it. This is ultimate happiness. You guys were lovers. But the healing still has to take place. There must have been a third party. There must have been something that made you feel uneasy, Scorp. Your trust issues came to the surface. And you had an issue. As much as you loved this other person, as much as you wanted this other person, something made you feel unstable. You didn't know how to communicate it, so odds are you probably communicated it wrong. This made the other person feel trapped, almost. And the only way that they could get away from it was to deny this connection. Made a choice to like walk away. There's no 8 of Cups, but almost break the connection, stop the passion, stop the only way that you guys can connect. Move ahead. And in that, there is hope. There's hope at a return here at some point. The cards aren't necessarily saying a return, but there's hope at healing. These 9 of Pentacles match up with each other. They mirror each other, meaning that there could be a understanding that the two of you can codepend on each other, or at least depend on each other to be there when you need each other, not in the negative sense. The devil did not pop up in here. If the devil popped up with that, I would say it was an unhealthy codependency. But this could be a codependency of a union, a partnership moving forward. So the Lenormand is actually saying, the universe is saying, trust what you are picking up on, either in these readings, if you are an intuitive person, if you are meditating, if you are have psychic tendencies, trust your intuition. Build your intuition up. Trust your intuition. This person and you are connected somehow. And even though you're done waiting, even though there's a separation between you of some sort, it doesn't mean that this is over, because the world hasn't stopped turning yet, okay? Your story, your karmic cycle is not over, which means that this will come back at least one more time to finish the cycle. All right. Scorpios, as always, it is a pleasure to read for my fellow sun signs here. Remember, this isn't just your sun sign. It is also your earth sign, other planetary alignments, ascending, moon, Venus specifically, since it's a love reading. But if you're interested in knowing all your other planetary alignments, there's a list below on what they represent. If you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. I apologize if my voice sounds flat. It's because I'm getting over being sick right now. But again, as always, my Scorpios, I love you all. I hope whatever this is, you guys are able to work through, because we are a very strong sign. We are a very stubborn sign, but we are the phoenix that rises from the ashes over and over again. No matter how hard life is, we always manage to rise back up, and this would be no exception. Until then, deuces.